YouTube, and welcome back to what I'm sure will be another very exciting Let's Play. Right now I'm just hanging out in our elephant exhibit from last time, making sure that everything's going hunky-dory and good to traff. And it's actually looking pretty good. Pretty happy with what it is. So let's go ahead and begin our moving on by zooming way out here and looking at our next exhibit to be done. Ooh, maybe I zoomed out too high. That's okay. Aerial views are good. Let's just scooch down here. Doo-doo-doo. And I think what we want to do is go ahead and work on this exhibit area today. Let me just pause the game here so I don't have so much lag. I usually don't have that problem. So hopefully this will catch up. And this area is getting a little bit smaller than I had originally intended. So what I'm going to do is actually make this a smaller exhibit for some ostriches, which are very cool. And I'm also going to build into that exhibit like a little snack area, a little place to go to the bathroom, things that make our guest happy. Since I know there's one right across the way there, but that's in a completely different section of the zoo. So we'll go ahead and play around here. Let's just zoom in and grab our ostriches to find what the zookeeper recommends we build for them today. And you can probably tell by that load time, this is another one of those episodes where I haven't gone through and found everything beforehand, so once again you'll get the absolute exquisite pleasure of watching me hunt down the animals I'm looking for. Fortunately, I kind of know where the southern ostrich is here. I found it really nice and quick there. But yes, you will have the joy of watching me hunt down things that I should know where they exist before the recording begins. I know you all love that, so you know, I'm nothing but a stickler for what people want. Okay, what kind of fences are we going to wrap our ostriches in? I'm thinking that we actually kind of want to do it as a... Well, here, I've got an idea. Since we are going to be building this up as a area with some restaurants and a restroom and everything we need, let's go ahead and actually use like an aviary fence here. So just to start with, I'm going to go ahead and plot this down and kind of get an idea of exactly where I want everything to be. Everything. And so the ideal goal will be like you can eat right next to the ostriches if you want to. And I'll make a little ostrich house in the back there. So, whoops. Just get that straight across there. Everybody, woo! Okay. Take this out. And remove those. And now let's get a wooden structure. Or actually, instead of a wooden structure, let's go ahead and keep up that same kind of wall we're using for sort of the general purpose part of our African Center for our zoo. And we'll skip over this little fence here. Thank you. Do I want to keep this there? No, I don't want people getting their fingers bit by ostriches. Oh, maybe we'll do it like that, but put a guardrail on is what I think I'll do. Okay. And while we've got this open, let's go ahead and just drop in our tropical savanna, do a little painting here. Beautiful dirt. Dirt, and dirt. And then we'll go ahead and paint some actual savanna here. Kind of leave it like there's a little pathway going into the house there. Do-do-do. And we'll make it look like they've got a little walking paths in here. Just kind of flesh everything out. Something like that. Okay. Alrighty. And since we took the time to build their home, we're going to put a shelter in for them. I really like this shelter, but I'm still not going to put it in a very visible area. Like, I'm not going to put it way out here. This one actually comes from Snow Leo's Artiodactyl pack, so I highly recommend you get it because it does look great. And he's got it keyed to work with several different animals, even a lot of the animals that are actually in Zoo Tycoon 2, as the original Zoo Tycoon 2 content. So definitely worth checking out. Nope, not that one. That one's too high. And so this is going to be our little eating area. We're going to have a path coming off here where we can put up a couple of food stands and a restroom. And so I'm just going to grab just kind of make an all-purpose building here real quick. Nope, don't want that stretched all the way across. Alright, just kind of an all-purpose thingy right there. And let's go ahead and grab... Do I want to use those walls? Hold on, I'm having a think here. I'm having me a think. Maybe I want to do brick building so that way I can use the windows. That one's a little high. 3 high? Yeah, let's go with a brick building. Do I want... let's see, I'm debating whether I want to go with the bricks because that gives me more options to build a nicer looking building here, or do I want to keep my area more heterogeneous by using those safari walls? I'm honestly not sure. Let's just go with safari walls for now, and if it bugs me too much, we can always change them. So, go with the safari walls for now, because that's what I already have down. And if I may just pull up the kind of buildings we need here. So, definitely want a restroom. Yep, that'll work fine. While I'm thinking of it, let me grab the tiled path to throw down in here so our guests have something nice to walk on. And let's grab a couple little snack stands to put in here. And yeah, I'll stick with the all-purpose ones, I think. Yeah, I'm not entirely satisfied with that because it doesn't look like there'd be enough room for the people to get in and wait in line. So we'll just do a little bit of tweaking. I might put in like a second building for the restroom, maybe. Yeah, I'm kind of liking that. Kind of do it in guest area as a major thing here in our African part. Alright, and let me just space these out a little bit so it looks nice. Spacing those out just a little bit. Okay. And so, because we want people to be able to get there, we'll make an exit from the path here. Okay. Nice little cut into there. And grab my safari path. Thank you. Just like that. And I think I left a little bit of hole there. And just because I don't like that tight corner for a guest area, I'll just get rid of that real quick. There we go. And maybe, okay, yeah, we'll build in a little restroom area over here. Just a little place for our restroom. I don't like that because of that slope right there. So we'll put in another little building like right over here. Okay. Alright, I think I'm getting it fleshed out in my head. So obviously now, if that's going to be the place where people go to buy food, we need to have a place where people can sit and eat their food. And we'll just do this by grabbing some seating. I know a lot of people probably like the tropical seating. I just like the regular seating, honestly. The regular umbrella tables here. And we'll put a few kind of close to the peacocks. So that way, people can look at the peacocks, listen to me. People can look at the ostriches while they eat. And, whoops. And even though, you know, I don't make mistakes, because I want this to be the eating area by the ostriches, I'm going to change the shape of our restaurant here so that the entrance is over on this side, and that way it's not as crowded. In fact, I can probably just make a little smaller place, maybe? Yes, no? Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. Okay, yeah, so I'll make it a smaller building, and that way it'll, if I put another smaller building right next to it for the restrooms, that'll make sense. That'll all make sense. It all makes sense. Alrighty. Woohoo! Woohoo! Very, very cool. So we'll set up our little picnic area here. down by the Ostrich. And of course we're going to need to make sure we've got plenty of trash cans and recycling bins and everything else our guests are going to need in that area, so that when guests eventually come here they won't be polluting our zoo or just throwing trash on the ground everywhere. There we go. And some recycling bins. Recycling and trash cans. Do remember, if you're playing Zoo Tycoon 2, you need both recycling bins and trash cans, because if guests have a recyclable, they won't throw it in the trash. If guests have a trashable item, they won't throw it in the recycling. They're very persnickety about that. So definitely something to keep an eye on there. And we'll go ahead and drop some gates here. And then we're going to put up like a, well, I guess we can use that same kind of fencing there. Maybe, maybe not. No, it doesn't look like it's one of the suggested fencing for the ostriches, so let's open up our tab here. And now that it's open, I'm sure I will find it right away, so there's no need to worry whatsoever. No need. Perfect. I did find it right away. See? Would I ever lie? And we'll just drag this across right here. Very cool. Very, very cool. And now what we need to do is go ahead and decorate this area for our guest. Right. So I'm just going to make a little roped off area so the guests don't continue to walk into the river. That would be a bad thing. And we'll create a little path here. Let's go ahead and make our... let's go ahead and do some flower arrangements here. We'll start with taking up the Sakai trees. I know that's not how you pronounce it, but I don't think I'm ever going to get it right, so it's just Sakai trees. And just kind of stagger them in along the pathway here, so we can fill in these empty areas. And our beautiful, beautiful rain bushes, which work so well. I think we can continue to decorate using them. And then we're probably going to pick something that's a little prettier, has more color in it, some type of flower to finish off this area. Because I do want it to look nice and fertile and like everything's growing and happy and wonderful. Alright, and also in this area here, and I'll leave that fairly good so you can get a nice look at the ostrich. I'm not going to populate that with a whole bunch of other stuff. I do have a large area there. Let me go ahead and tree it up a bit. Let's get this treed! And a rain bush or two, and I'll also put in those African daisies so it matches this section right across from it. And drop in some savanna as our basic template. Alright, let's zoom on down here and take a peek. That tree's a little over the path. Don't want to do that. I'm sorry, I'm having some major lag issues today. I'm not running anything else. So if this video is a little choppy, please forgive me. I think it's going to be okay, but you know what happens if it does have a little start and skip to it. I'm sorry about that. Let's go in here. Get this all nice and Savannah-y. Very, very cool. Very cool. Uh-huh. Doop-de-doop. Ready? And I want to fill in that little place that doesn't have no path. Just to make it not quite that much filled in. See you there. Okay. And we'll build our second little... Sorry for the zooming around, too. I'm just trying to kind of put things together in my head. I guess this is going to be one of the main exits, or at least one of the main entrances to the more southern part of the park. So if we look over here, this is going to be like the major pathway for getting down into our last little quarter section of the park here. Can you believe we're practically at that little quarter section? Now obviously we got three more exhibits to fill in before we want to move out of Africa, but still, I can't believe we've got this far. Congratulations. You should all give yourself a pat on the back for sticking with it this long. I know I never thought I would make it. And we will build a second building here for our bathrooms. So let's go ahead and grab a family bathroom. And again, I'm just going to stick with the sort of basic one because that's the ones I find most visually appealing. I can't explain it, but I just think they look really good. Let's not do too much like wasted space. So something like here. Something like here. Let's put it there so it's not going to be on top. I should note that making little buildings like I'm going to do for your food stands or your restrooms, they come out looking really good, but it can sometimes confuse the AI, and your guest might not be able to find the restroom. So it's one of those things that looks really nice, and I wish I could do a whole bunch of it, but I can't recommend it in actual, like if you want a functioning zoo. Alright, so just another little building there. Just like that, and we'll grab and tile that too. And let's see if we can throw like a nice little fountain or something in this area here. So, switch and fountains. Change the angle, see if I can't get that lined up. Nope, it looked better the other way. So something like that. Nice little fountain there. And let's go ahead and put some roofs on our little buildings here. And then we can eventually start working on the ostrich display in our ostrich display exhibit. Wouldn't that be a neat change? Alright. Oh, needs to go one higher. Stop fighting me. Come on. I guess that's good enough for government work right there. that there for a second because I want to make a little elevated ceiling here. Too high, not the one I wanted. There's the one I wanted. And I don't think those are an angle, so we'll just do a brick at an angle then. Something like that. And the other way. Very cool, very cool. Nope. Back a little bit. Not that one. That one. Beautiful. Beautiful. And let's go ahead and grab... Well, we'll go ahead and look at the ostriches and see what kind of flowers they recommend. Flowers everywhere. Flowers in her hair. Something pretty. Something pretty. Give me something pretty. Nothing. Bumpkiss. Alright, well... We're not going to be as strict because this is not inside an animal display. Whoops. Let's just go ahead and see if there are any pretty flowers that are in the tropical savanna biome that we can slap on down here to make it look wonderful. Come on. Come on. Oh, I'm still in awe. That's why it seems like there's a whole bunch. Whoops. Tropical savanna. Well, there's really not. I mean... the pampas grass. I love that, but it's a South American thing. Alright, okay. So I've had a change in thought. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab the red oak grass. Whoops, not the red oak grass, that's the Australian one. There we go, red fountain grass. Oh, there's one that's better than that. I know I've used it before. Hopefully I still have it. There's sugar cane, that's not... I don't really want the short savanna grass. Maybe I'm thinking the Gambia grass. Nope. African daisies? Am I actually thinking of the daisies? No, those are too big. They would flood over. Tall grass. It's a European. I know I had this. African foxtail. Maybe that's what it was. Nope. Alright, we're going to treat and use the red oak grass because that's got the most color to it. I'm going to drop one of those there. One of those there. And then I'm going to... let's get a kind of big old... Nope. Yes, like that. And we will go ahead and grab one of these smaller fountains, which is a really useful decoration fountain here. The small guys here. I do recommend you make liberal use of them, not because there's anything special about them, but I just think they look really good. And more of our rope fence here. looks our rope fence is not put in properly. But I'm actually okay with that, having a little bit of a corner cheat there. Yeah, I wish there was like an African grass that had some color in it, but there probably is. I just don't have it downloaded, so please excuse if we go a little down under to help flesh in this area. I just kind of get tired of nothing but greens and browns. This one's got a little yellows and oranges, and even a little pink in there too. Just something to break up the monotony a bit. And switching over to savanna grass in this area. Savanna grass in here, but I'm just going to drop down dirt in this area, since that's where people are going to be going to drop off their garbage. Another one of these beautiful umbrella trees right here, and another one right here. And whoops, I had a variant color I liked a whole bunch that I gave away. I gave it away. Maybe we'll extend that wall out so it's not going to matter there. And let me just zoom in real quick, make sure I didn't put them on top of anything. Nope, very good, very good. Everything's coming up roses. And let's go ahead and put the roof on our bathroom now. Same little trick, we're going to put that little triangle part at the top. I am sorry about all the like error messages I'm getting up top. It's something I usually don't do. It's something I've never done, at least until I started doing this Let's Play. So I think it's just a symptom of that. It might also be a symptom of the fact that we're in sandbox mode and I don't have to be overly worried that the guests are happy right now. Because usually if you have problems, the guests won't look at an exhibit, and then the exhibit can't get money. So the next Let's Play I do, I guarantee you it's going to be a challenge mode. Come on, come on. It's going to be a challenge mode, and that way you can get more of a sort of standard Let's Play experience, where I'm constantly crying over the fact that my exhibits are trying to fight me instead of cooperating with me. Yeah. Same thing here. Nope, don't delete everything. There, you happy? You happy? And to make it uniform, we need to grab that same lining across the top. So yeah, I really like putting in these little buildings, but like I said, you should be aware that the AI is very stupid, and if guests can't see through the wall, they cannot find it. So what I would recommend doing is choosing walls that have like windows in them, because guests can see through that, and so they'll realize that there's a restroom inside there. Like you would go ahead and grab a wall that looked something like, of course I can't find one right away now. Grab a wall, oops. Yeah, there we go, with the brick buildings. I know they have them. that look like this. And that way guests would see that there's a restroom and know to go there if they had to go to the bathroom. But we're going to stay, again, it's just sandbox mode, so we're going to go stay with what I think is, better looking. Just like that. And I'll put one of those in here too, just for decoration's sake. Beautiful. Beautiful little guest area, complete with restrooms and food court. And now we're going to go ahead and take care of our ostriches, which is why we're actually here today. So again, we're going to start by roofing. I'm going to go ahead and roof up our... Ooh, I did not lay that gate down correctly. Putting a nice little roof over our ostriches here. No! Don't move off. You're going to make this so much tougher. It's fighting me again. Why? Why? Okay, I guess I'm just zoomed out too much because I cannot get an accurate hit. Nope, I see our, well, that's not very pleasing that our shelter actually sticks out a bit. Now, to be fair, I don't think the ostriches actually need a shelter in this game. Like, I think, they're going to be perfectly happy without it, but since we have a shelter, since we can put one down, I think what we need to do is go ahead and take advantage of it. So what we'll do, instead of breaking our backs to try to put in a sloping roof right now, I'm just going to go right ahead and raise our safari wall here. And since this matches the wall that we're using as the outside of our African exhibit, I don't think it'll look weird at all. Nope, don't zigzag like that. Come on now. You're being silly. Okay, and we'll just lay our roof down on top of that then. Of course, now I have to take this back up. Nope. Nope. Stop fighting. Stop fighting. Oh my god. There we go. Ah! I almost had it. It was so close. Alright, you win. I'll do this the hard way with the deleting. Okay. I think that's all lined up. Yep. And let's temporarily make the trees go invisible so I can see exactly what I'm doing here. Hold on. Sorry about a little edit there, folks. I had a weird, cramp thing go through my leg. I don't know what that was. Clearly I'm dying. Anyway, back to wanting construction here as we get the roof on our ostrich house to look just the way we want it. Boom! Them skills. Years of practice. And now I realize I've wasted my life. Oh well, back to Zoo Tycoon 2. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and make this exhibit ostrichorific. Dropping down some balls for them to play with. 2 different kinds, just in case they have different interests. And for food, Even though they require further or replacement more often, I'm gonna go with this. And you'll notice, like, I laid my food down at the other ends of the path. Earlier we painted that dirt in, just so it looks like the ostriches are constantly walking that path, which is exactly how it would look in a real zoo. That's what we're trying to make it look like. Crazy, I know. Okay. You know what? Let's go ahead and treat them more as an open savanna, which is what I think of when I think of ostriches. I don't know if that's actually correct, but it is what I think of. So how I'll decorate this is start with a nice rock here. Beautiful. And then we'll go ahead and start building up our plants around that. Our Uganda grass being our primary plant we're going to put in. I think. Maybe go with the savanna grass. Red fountain. Yeah, I kind of like that. Zoom out a little bit, get more of an aerial view. And just have this kind of growing in clumps around the exhibit. Obviously not on top of the dirt paths where we say the ostriches walk a lot, because they would stamp or trample it down. We'll just put these guys kind of in here. Any interesting trees? I mean, I actually don't want trees to go too tall. As a matter of fact, what I think I'm going to do is reduce they are flightless birds, so I'm going to reduce the size of our cage a little bit. Maybe even take it down to a 2? Whoops. Did not mean to touch that. Is a 2 going to work? What does a 2 look like in comparison to the size of an actual ostrich? I think that's how we should probably judge it, by the size of the actual animal we're going to put in it. Yeah. And the ostriches, I should say, I'm using, once again, the Radical Remake version. And I spent a lot of time gushing about the elephants. I do think the elephants are about the best improved animal. Well, maybe the manatees are about the elephants. But ostriches are another thing that's really helped by the Radical Remake. Alright, just down like that. And let's go ahead and put a roof on top of that. I guess we don't really need to put a roof over it. Like I said, they are flightless birds. Yeah, they really don't need one. So, I'm not going to... Now I'm having the internal debate. Okay, while I'm doing that, let's go ahead and kind of hide their food patches with some Uganda grass. No, I'm not going to put a screen fence over the top. So if any little pigeons or anything want to join the ostriches, they are more than welcome. Welcome. I'm going to kind of cheat this in, like so. Since I don't need angled, I can do this a little neater like that. Ooh, I had it, actually. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful dreamer. I put out one little water dish there. Let's go ahead and put a bigger water dish on their inside, too. Bring up the food. Oh, they actually only drink from the little water dishes. Yeah, so I'll put some in here. And that makes me want to give them a watering hole, too. Just a little itty-bitty pond. Like right here, maybe? Nope, on the wrong side of the fence there. Yeah, like that. Just a little something for them. Okay, yeah, I'm thinking that looks pretty good. So what I'm going to do is put in our ostriches, put in a zookeeper for our ostriches, and then I'm going to go ahead and switch to guest mode, take a look around, see what we did today. Hopefully I'll be happy with it. I'm sure I will. Why wouldn't I be? It looks gorgeous. Gorgeous! Yeah, beautiful dream. Alright. And we'll get a flock of beautiful ostriches. Go ahead and unpausing now. And zoom in here, see if I can do this without falling off the path. I usually fall right off the path. On the path, first shot. Alright. Ooh, listen to that jungle beat. So first, let's take another look at Flamingo Island. It seems to be doing well. But if we go ahead and make a turn here, I do need to put some kind of guardrail on this so people aren't sticking their fingers in. Or at least some signage there warning them. But you do get a very nice look at I almost said flamingos. We get a very nice look at our ostriches from here. If we continue around the path, let's see how it looks. So obviously there's our lions on the left. And if I had thought this out better, I would have made this path wider. I don't like the fact that it's a single wide at this point, but que sera, sera. Yeah, you got a really good look at our ostriches, who are doing really well. Going out there, some of them are going inside, some of them are taking drinks. Alright, so walk around the corner here, and we'll drop down. And we'll take a look at our guest area, which has this delightful little snack bar right there. I like the sounds of the fountains. Those little fountains, super awesome. Do recommend them. And of course, we can always come and sit down and have a nice chill next to those amazing ostriches. Oh, that's cool. That's a place that, if I was at a zoo, I would actually be really happy to sit there and have a drink. I might drop in a music rock just so I can have more of that, make guests happier. Let's just go around the path still and take a look at how our restroom area came out. So it's another building. Still got that nice African theme, still got that nice roof. And we can just go in there. Beautiful. Beautiful. So, thank you so much to the person who had a suggestion to throw in some ostriches. I think that was a really cool idea. I think it came out really nice and well here. And I'm also really happy that I remembered to take the time this time to kind of put in a little area for our guests. It's something that's been a little remiss in the zoo. It's something that I have a problem with, just in general too, though. So definitely don't want to give up on that. And I've tried, if you've been following along with me, as you should, to have at least a little snack or a little eating area in every single section of the zoo. So I think we've been doing a good problem with that. I've been disciplined enough, but I wanted to show you how to make those little buildings too, which, as I said, look great, do cause some problems with the stupid AI. But thank you so much for watching today. I don't want to continue heading south yet. I want to finish up our African area, and I've got these 3 exhibits left. So Exhibit 1, Exhibit 2, and Exhibit 3. Just tell me what you would like put in those exhibits, what you think would fit, what you think would look great. Always happy to hear suggestions or comments below. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And thank you so much. You have a great day now.